I don't like to tighten the screws on the bottom of that tripod.
No.
Do you use the tripod a lot?
I just bought one as kind of an experiment,
Yeah.
and discovered why one should not purchase an inexpensive shitty tripod.
No. The problem is there's a break point. There's a price break point around $160, $180 up to $500. There's really no good, say, $230, $250 tripod.
I bought this, kind of this lightweight 50-inch number that it's entirely satisfactory for my little point and shoot.
Oh well, for that,
but
yeah.
it's
But it wouldn't hold something like this.
I wouldn't trust it.
Well, no, and you're not. You don't want to put that up on a piece of shit.
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't trust it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the thing I like about this is it's heavy. Now, I never travel with that, obviously.
No, but
I wish the thing at the bottom hadn't broken. On the other hand, Tony Ballman told me how to fix it. And it's far stronger than it was before.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, it does work. It's great. It's got a fluid head if I ever wanted to, like video. Get one of these, $250,000 video things. Well, it's $250,000. I think I'd pop for the $600, $700 tripod.
Yeah, I think I might pop for the really good tripod.
Oh, have you noticed, of course, I discussed the light outings the other day with you, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Well, okay, well, anyway, this one light's out.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
fine. And then this light, which is, I bought this one at the same time as this one.
Yeah.
2 days later, that one went out as well.
No, well, I mean, hey, at least they have a consistent shelf
They
life.
have a consistent shelf life, yeah. So what's the good Cartarian doing? Besides, Pokemanning and
Oh, he's
Minecrafting and
summer camping, right? He's summer camping, so he's got his swim lessons and and then spends the afternoon at the pool, and then they run around, and then he horses around with his buddies. Although one of his buddies, his best buddy, is not there this week because he's on vacation with his family, and one of the other kids he runs around with has been getting picked up early, which leaves him with the third kid that he runs around with, who is a bad influence on him, and Carter doesn't super enjoy his company. So Carter actually said, "Can you maybe try to pick me up early all this week?" And of course I said, "Well, why?" And he goes, "Well, because by 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I'm left with just this one kid to hang out with," and I'm like, say no more.
Yeah.
So I've been picking him up a little bit early this week from camp. But other than that, he's good. He's good. We've been working on. God bless him. So he's got this mandatory reading time that he's got to have every day, which he doesn't mind reading. It's fine, but he insists on picking, instead of picking books that are, I guess, more accessible to him. He keeps picking these freaking, these books, and so he'll sit there and read for half an hour. It'll take him half an hour to read 3 pages.
Well, that's
that's
fine. That's how you figure shit out.
Plug it away.
That's how you figure shit out. I remember doing that.
So the current selection that he will. No, this is. I want to read this. Okay, so I bought him a copy of the Hobbit.
Yeah.
So he's.
That's too bad about the Hobbit.
Plugging his way through.
Well, I suppose that'd be better than Tony the Clown goes and stands by the building site and buries a boy in his basement story. That would be like a pop-up book, or I guess a pop-down book. You don't want to deal with those clowns, dudes. Nope, they're creepy.
His husband John is a bit of an artist, so he did the logo.
Well, it's a great logo.
Yeah, it looks better in color, but yeah.
Does he have like a color on the side of his truck?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here Oh wait, hold on. I've been texting.
It didn't ding.
I have it all. I guess it didn't ding. It must have come in while I never hear. I keep it turned down. I don't like the ding.
I get so few. I like ding.
Carter wants to stay. Wants to swim. It's fine by me. When are you coming back from your dad's? Maybe you can pick him up on the way. Well, comma. I'm going to stick around until this dude shows up. Period. Then I can leave to get Carter. Period. Perhaps 3:30? Question mark or 4? Question mark.
Well, by 4 certainly. Because I'm going to try to hustle them out certainly by then. Well, I mean, I don't.
Oh, she brought work home. Oh, okay, I get it now. So she brought work home and was going to work from home and get Carter early because he'd asked to come home early.
Oh, well.
But so she went to get him, but he wanted to stay for his swim time. Okay, so he still wants me to pick him up early, but like his early, not her super early.
I see. So it's like, we're going to be manipulated. All right.
Well,
no,
to be fair, he didn't know she was coming to pick him up.
It's not my fucking problem.
Well,
I am merely.
I'm paying $165 a week for him to go to this camp. So he might as well stay and get his get his swim time.
And I agree. I think it's very important to swim. I wish I had more opportunities to do so. If you learn to ignore them, they'll leave you alone.
Well, when they fly into my eyeballs.
I understand.
I'm not going to ignore an insect crawling around on my eyelash.
There are things that are hard to deal with, yes. Ignore, rather. Yes.
It's just like back in the knob.
There's nothing here in the house that's like back in the knob. And thank God I was spared that little, bit of joy.
Oh. Yeah.
Draft is obscene. It's obscene. Short of your country being under direct attack, it's obscene.
You need to get out. These slides that you have from like Ohio State. You need to get digitizing.
Well, that's my winter project.
I'm super excited to see some of
to try to digitize all my slides.
Now that picture of University Hall that you had on the screen wasn't actually one you had taken. It was okay.
No. The one I have is taken from the southeast corner of University Hall, right sort of back from the dogwood tree that was at the corner, which of course was torn out when they tore down the building. And it was a vertical format photograph, and you had the light filtering through the white blossoms.
Oh.
And I blew that up for. I said in the thing, I was probably in error. I said it was like 17 by 24, but I think I blew it up to an 8 by 10 anyway, and gave it to Jeff Williams. I should have also blown up one for Helen Weinland, but by that time she had moved on.
Now, did you blow it up, or you had it?
Oh, I had Cord Cameron.
Oh, okay. That was probably a pretty penny though for a guy your age.
Yes.
When you said 17 by 20, that's why I was
that's like these.
And I was that's pretty.
I made a better story, but no, but still, it was like the size of the one my dad did.
8 by 10. Yeah.
I never did one for myself. I suppose I could. Actually, now I could do it by 17 by 24.
Yeah.
Although I do like that Escher thing. It'd be hard to find in others. I could put it in my bedroom.
There you go. Especially since Paul took all that art.
Yeah, he did. Almost all of which he did had done.
Yeah.
Usually he took one piece that he had specifically given to me. I didn't point that out, but
Yeah.
that's all right. No, that was a big surprise. It was like 3 or 4 days after he met. He brings this bastard over. He'd gone out and drawn that and brought that thing over to me.
What was it? Which piece of it?
It was it was actually one of these takeoffs of a 19th century rendition of Ganymede. No, Narcissus gazing into the pool.
Oh, all right. I know which one.
He always called it Prometheus, but it was one Prometheus.
Right.
But of course, it was on non-acid-free paper, so of course, it looks like a piece of newsprint that's been exposed in the sun. But you can still faintly see the pencil. He didn't pencil.
Huh.
He didn't do it in charcoal.
No, pencil.
Because he got it for me.
Check it back. I found that is. I mean, I understand rents are higher now than what I remember, but my God, that's for $600 a month.
It's the closest one he could find at an affordable price that was safe.
That's not a lot of space for $600 a month.
No, it's bigger than my apartment when I was in medical school. I knew I was paying $75 a month.
Yeah.
But that was with a shared downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
No air conditioning, no this, no that. It was 104 degrees in the summer in there. The day you were born, it was 104 degrees in there. Yes, the day my son was born, it was 104 degrees in my apartment on Belmont Avenue in Columbus, Ohio.
That was like
It was about 102 though outside, so it wasn't that much different.
Well, it was like that, but I had that great. Other than except for not being air conditioned, that great upstairs place I had on West Patterson, that was only $310 a month.
That's very reasonable. How you had
And that was
5 rooms or something.
That was like it had a big ass living room area.
Yeah.
I had a bedroom, and then I had a very small kitchen. I mean, very small. And then
I didn't think it was that small.
And then a bathroom. And
it was big enough to cook in.
Well, certainly. And the cool super bonus about that was that I also then had access to the attic, which was not finished.
Yeah, no.
But it was great for storage.
That was very reasonable to have that attic.
And boy, God, it would get hot in there.
Now, did your buddy downstairs make use of that attic at all?
No.
You didn't let him in on that little secret?
No.
Who was that?
Marty.
Oh, Marty.
But Marty made use of, which I didn't. I refused to use it. But they had sort of. I hesitate to use the word basement because that makes it sound nicer than this. But they had sort of partitioned off the cavern, the foundation cave that they made.
It's like it was like the quote basement unquote on North Fourth Street.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
like 4.5 feet high.
Well, this was maybe
hand dug out. Really hand dug out.
Oh yeah. This was maybe 6 feet deep, maybe. But so they had partitioned off, and so there was storage in the basement. But I was like, I'm not putting anything down here.
Well, I don't give a fuck about it.
No. But so Marty would store his stuff down there. But I remember coming home one day.
But he had things like big fucking Pac-Man console video.
Well, not at that place.
Not that.
That was
in the future.
Well, yeah, because that was my last year at Ohio State. So I remember coming home, and I had that 6 credit hours to take that summer quarter, and I remember coming home from class.
And that was before you had actually graduated?
No, that was my last. Yeah, so I came home.
But you graduated at the end of summer quarter.
Right. And I came home, and it must have been June or July, and I came home from class, and it was so ungodly hot. And I remember
But you got a lot of nice trees around there too.
Of course, I mean, I'd left all the windows open and everything, but I had this big, thick, like this big diameter candle sitting on this like my coffee table. And I remember coming home and this big, thick fucking candle.
They'll start melting.
It was saggy and it was tilted over to the side.
Yeah, you got
and I was like, and of course then I'm like, oh my god, this cannot be good for like my computer or my stereo equipment.
It's amazing how many. But you think about the stereo equipment gets a lot hotter than that anyway, even when you're using it in cool weather.
It's true. You ought to wonder about.
Yeah.
Well, but so it's the operational temperature that you got to worry about. But so people wonder why I was drunk every day in the summer of '96. Well, it's because the only thing to do was to get together with Scott and go down to Dick's Den and drink in the air conditioning.
Well, and Dick's Den was always cheap enough. I mean,
$5.49. Michael, pictures of the Shea. $5.49.
I don't remember that one.
Well, that's Michael Shea was after.
I remember quarter night beer. Quarter beer night.
Yeah, it was 75-cent beer night by the time I got there, but still.
Well, no, actually, I was frequenting that. Well, no, I guess I was an 80.
They would sell you. The
80s. No, I don't think I ever went to Dick's Den after like 92.
So if you wanted to, and I certainly never took them up on that. Well, that's not true. There were a couple of nights where I was scraping for some change, and I did. But you could get cans of Black Label or PBR for 75 cents at Dick's Den. But it was horrible beer.
Yeah,
but so there was this.
That wasn't really Black Label. That was the George Heilman.
Oh yeah, no, that was the contract brews. Not good. But there was I don't know who brewed it, but there was this fairly quaffable sort of amber ale called Michael Shea.
Oh, that wasn't George Heilman.
That they had, and it's gone now. They don't make it anymore.
That was a Chicago beer.
It might have been, but it was $5.49 for a pitcher. So Scott and I go to Scott's
Lord
house.
Almighty.
Well, that's a good deal, though. I mean, back then in '96.
Oh, I suppose.
So Scott and I would go and we'd drink a 6-pack on his front porch after the sun went down.
Where'd he live?
He lived right down on Neal Avenue. Or no, he didn't. He lived on High Street. In one of those places owned by that Dr. Pavey guy.
That's right. He was in one of Pavey's things.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
So we wait till the sun went down. We'd drink on his front porch, and then we'd go over to Dick's Den and have like 3 pitchers of the Shea.
That guy was a piece of work.
He
not
was
Scott.
No, that Dr. Pavey
he's
guy.
kind of a piece of work too, but not in a bad
that
sense.
Pavey guy was in his late '80s, early '90s when Scott was renting.
I never met him.
No one's ever met the guy, but he owns like a bunch of.
He was an obstetrician. He practiced all over town, and you would have thought that I would have at some point encountered this man, like in a delivery room or an operating room or something, and I never did. Or at least heard somebody who had first-hand experience of him as a practicing physician. I never did.
How did that apartment work? Scott's
Well, Blake Davis lived there.
Yeah. Blake Davis lived in the same building as Scott.
Probably did.
I think.
I'm surprised they didn't go.
I actually
try to fuck Scott.
Well, I don't know, but I actually think contemporaneously. I mean, I think it was at the same. So the building Scott. So he was in one of these like brick townhouse numbers.
Oh yeah.
But then what they had done was.
Love the carriage lights.
They had turned it into a 4-unit instead of a 2-unit.
It looked like Williamsburg.
It did. It was very nice on the outside. So you had 2 units on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then the way the people at the top, Blake I think lived up on one of the.
No, he lived on the ground floor.
Oh well,
he lived on what would be the first floor.
All right. Well, then maybe he was in the building next door. Because Pavey owned like 4 of these things in a row.
No, he did. I mean, that was always remarked upon.
But so I always liked Scott's apartment because it was like one big sort of continuous just living. So it was basically a living room, another room that when the place had been a house probably would have been the dining room, but that's just another room.
The dining room.
And then for a house, for an apartment that size, a big fucking kitchen. So Scott basically had this big, wide open kind of space.
Well, he's a big, wide open sort of guy. I mean, hell, he broke my damn doorknob. Thought, didn't even realize it. And no, I'm not going to let that go. I almost
things Dad won't let go.
I almost wanted to put that in the comment on his birthday videos, but I didn't, because I'm a decent, forgiving soul. Or try to be.
But so yeah, we would. The only way to beat the heat is we'd go to Dick's Den and drink 2 or 3 pitchers of Michael Shea. Sometimes, once in a while, if we were feeling squirrely or just saucy, we'd meander.
Saucy?
We'd meander on down to the library, because the library still had.
The library was not a bad spot to go to. I spent a lot of when I got older.
Yeah.
When I was still doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I would go to the library.
The reason we didn't spend more time in the library is really there's 3 reasons. 1, they had their beer selection wasn't as good.
No.
2, their beer was more expensive.
Yeah.
And 3, there was just a certain level of insect life that you had to put up with.
That's never bothered me. But one of the reasons I didn't was because that was during the Henson era, and the library basically banned us because of Henson. So that kept me out of the library until Henson did whatever it did. I don't know, but anyway, that pretty much sent me out of the library. Yeah.
But the upside is they did have, at the time anyway, they had like 3 really good pinball machines. So Scott and I would I like pinball.
I know, but it's like the early predecessor of these fucking video games. It's like YouTube gaming videos. I mean, you want to just blow your brains off, and I heard people go into these long and involved discussions about the virtues of various pinball machines and this and that, how you had to bump your ass against it in a certain way and this, and I'm thinking, why?
Why does anybody do anything?
Well, I don't know. I suppose it gives them pleasure.
There you go.
Well, then I think that's fucking stupid ass pleasure is what I think. No, and that's an extended essay. The morality of pleasure. 30 minutes discuss. Set your fucking students to that next year. When you have you want to just sit around and gaze at your navel. I'm sure you touch on morality, the theology of morality in your class.
Yeah. It's in the course of study.
Well, there you go. And I think to bring it, to make it relevant to these folks, you can talk about that.
Yes. Is pinball moral?
Well, and you can compare and contrast. 20 minutes discuss your generation. And their generation with all this horse shit on these damn video gamey whatever thing.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I mean, I've just rewritten your syllabus for a while.
There you go.
And how would James Madison have viewed a video game of the Constitution? Now, that's actually not a bad question.
Well, yeah.
Well, no. Think about that.
Assuming his head wouldn't explode.
Well, I know, but think about that because quite honestly, much as I loathe these things, it might have discovered all sorts of potential little interstices where his original intent fell through.
I didn't want to tell you, but I'm actually working on a video game simulation for the Constitutional Convention. No, I'm kidding. I'm making this up. I'm kidding. It's simply called Convention. It's rated E for everyone.
I was having a bit of a seizure.
It's a first. It's
You're
a
actually
first.
getting ready
It's
to
a first
face
person.
on that
It's a
one.
first person shooter. It's a first person shooter based on the Constitutional Convention.
Well, he better fucking be able to reload fast, you know, given it took him at least 20 to 40 seconds to reload then.
I need to
Be sure you use a ball that's big enough.
I need to burn you a copy. or
It's
get you a
always
copy.
good to have a ball that's big enough.
It is. It is.
Yes, it is.